We're still a young nation with so much more that we can do together. It doesn't matter how young or old you are or where you started from. SkillsFuture is for every one of us.
In a nutshell, DPM, how will you define SkillsFuture?
It's about every Singaporean having the opportunity to develop themselves through life. It's about every enterprise having teams of people who are focused on mastery. It's about us being able to make the most of life together.
DPM, how does SkillsFuture benefit Singaporeans on an individual level?
The idea is that SkillsFuture shouldn't just be in the hands of employers and the government. It's got to be in the hands of individuals, Singaporeans themselves. Every individual has to be thinking for themselves about what they're interested in, what are their strengths, what would they like to develop in themselves. And everyone has to feel that their learning doesn't stop when they left school, but it's learning through life.
How can this $500 SkillsFuture credit address skills gap?
The idea of the SkillsFuture credit is to get people thinking. I've been quite encouraged because in the few weeks since we've launched the SkillsFuture credit, people are already coming up with ideas. I met a homemaker, for instance, who was keen on learning clothes alteration because it's something which she felt she could do from home and in fact have a small business from home. I met someone who was switching from IT into social work. Involves doing some social work study because he was switching line.
I think this perhaps is interesting or rather encouraging that the betterment of your own life is a personal responsibility.
But some people say we're not hungry enough. How do we create an environment where we can actually let creativity and innovation flourish?
I think one thing we don't see much is how many innovation and startups didn't make it to the market. I think it's necessary for us to tolerate failure, accepting that not everything will pan out as planned.
The thing about innovation and creativity is that it comes from within us. It's an intrinsic motivation. It's not about external targets. It's not about a grade in an examination.
We emphasize more on skills. So do you think university degrees is still relevant at this moment?
I think it's a question not about degree or no degree, but why one wants to do a degree. Some people would like to do a degree because they really want to learn more and they want to deepen their understanding of a subject. I think that's fine. But if you take a degree just for the sake of the qualification, I think what we'll find over time is that it becomes less well valued. The market will give it less and less recognition. We've got to give people more of a sense of what the real world is about. And it's about deep skills. It's about being innovative, being original, having a certain flair that others don't have. And it's a feeling that it's not just about an enterprise, not just about an economy. It's actually about us. We each can do something extra in a special way.